everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you, and it does look different in here. I'm in my son's room. I don't have that much time. I sent him out to get some pizza and some Chinese food for dinner. I had made this video a few days ago, but it got deleted, and so I just thought maybe I'd take this time that I have some quiet time and talk to you guys about this one topic. Now, this is something that I've gone through about a year and some months ago. Maybe like a year and a half ago, a year or 4 months ago, something like that. I guess like the reason why I thought about this is because I woke up very irate thinking about a time when I had this friendship. It was a 20-year-old friendship. And I'm not looking at you guys, I'm thinking, you know, I do. But I thought it was important to talk about this topic because of the benefits that I got with releasing an old friendship that just, it met its, how do you say, like, I got all I can take out of this friendship, and plus I'm a very different person than I am 20 years ago, as we all are, and I had more, what was important to me wasn't important to her. She was still acting like the 20-year-old, and I was just like, you know what, there's more to life than drama, there's more to life than chaos, there's more to life than going where the wind blows you, you know, not taking any responsibility and not looking at yourself when things go wrong. My son's home. And I decided to drop that friendship, and I like the benefits that I got in the quiet. Because in the quiet, things started, ideas started popping into my mind more so than they were when I was making big changes. But it's hard when you have that negative entity like near you, affecting you, and the drama, and you know how I am, you guys. You have energy, negative energy around you, it's going to impact your life in a very, very major way, even if it's something that you're not directly dealing with, and it's somebody else's life, and it's a drama that's going on in their life, but you're there to listen to it, and you know, it can really affect your life. And I don't say these things because I want to believe, I want to believe these things, or I read in a book somewhere. No, these are my life experiences. That every time that I've taken that major step to get rid of the negativity, whether it was something that I was doing, a habit that I had, or a friendship that I had, or a relationship, a love relationship that I had, you know, like every time I got rid of the negativity, blessings would come in. New ideas were coming in, because when you're rattled up here and distracted with what's going on in the world, with people that you're dealing with and situations that you're dealing with, not taking responsibility, and then also dealing with other people, you know, everything, you're cluttered. And how can you think about anything new and continue to change yourself fully? You can do it kinda, and you can do it half-assed, but to fully change who you want to be, to really get on your path really strongly, you can't hold on to the negativity. I used to rationalize, like, oh, okay, well, I can do my own thing, but I can also still be a friend to so-and-so. And I was just like, it just got to a point where I didn't notice at the point when I had the friendship and I was thinking about ending it, but I've noticed that now, looking back, like that was like a really great thing that I did, was releasing that friendship. I want to give you some examples about what was happening in this friendship, because I think that it would, you know, if you're going through the same thing, you can like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm going through that too, and oh, so it is true that if I release these negative people out of my life, well, better things will come to me. You know, my mind won't be so rattled, and I can start focusing on what I really want to do in my life. Okay, so I want to give you some examples. I hope this video comes out good, and I know that I haven't made a whole lot of videos. It's hard, guys. It's hard for me to make these videos now because I haven't been consistently doing them, where I used to be very, very relaxed in front of the camera. Let me take this down a notch. So, and I hope that these topics are really beneficial for you. So I want to talk about, you know, distractions. Like, how can you be who you want to be if you if that's your life goal, to like really become the optimum you, like feel good about who you are as a person. Like, if there's a lot of crap going on in your life, you're making really bad decisions, you're not being responsible, you're slacking, you're not, you know, you don't have any goals, you don't have any dreams, it's because you've never stopped to even, you're so distracted that you use the chaos that's around you, you use the drama within everybody else's life as a blanket. You are getting something from that, and it's nothing good, because it is easier to be over there in somebody else's world, you know, dealing with them and trying to help them out with trying to get them to change, you know, and try to help them, you know, make the right life decisions on a daily, then it really is just a distraction, because you're not turning it, you know, when you're distracted, you don't have to look at yourself. You don't have to look in the mirror. You don't have to see, well, okay, Ramona, well, you're complaining about this one, that one, and this one, and oh my God, like, really? Like, she's with dumbass over there, and this one's over there broke, and this one over there is, my friends need me. Like, I really need to just set them straight, and I'm just, you know, the reality was, I'm just being honest with you guys, because I like to try to be helpful. Okay, you got soda?
Yeah, I got soda.
Awesome. Okay. But the truth of the matter is that this is the type of person I was, just totally irresponsible. I didn't think that I had to pay my rent on time. I didn't think that I had to pay my cable bill. I never, when something went wrong, it was always somebody else's fault. It was never my fault. I always had the mentality of like, why me, poor me, you know. And I used to cry and cry all the time. And I never stopped, and I was like, it's your fault, it's all your fault, everybody's fault, like, just life sucks, life is unfair, all this shit is happening to me, and why, you know? Okay, right. So, that's who the person, that's, you know, and I was sick and tired of being, I was always, you know, I was tired of worrying, like, is a landlord going to knock on my door today? Are they going to cut my internet off? Are the people who I owe money to going to, like, be bothered with me? Hey, Ramona, hey, I need the money, you know, and then spending all day on the phone with the, you know, drama, oh, let's go to the club, like that silly child stuff. and I was getting older and older and older. And like the older I was getting, but it started changing for me, because I started feeling like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of worrying about my money situation. I'm sick and tired of dealing with my friends' drama. I'm sick and tired of looking in the mirror and feeling bad about myself. Like, just constantly worrying, constantly worrying. I was sick and tired of blaming the world and being miserable all the time, crying all the time, and just, you know. And the reason why I was feeling like this is because you become, excuse me, you become the person who you swim the gamut with, you know. You are that person. So it's like, how can you better yourself when you're just swimming in negativity? Like, you're around other people who are just like you. Okay? And then, you know, so I started, you know, trying to teach myself. I know this is about friendships, but it really has a great big bearing on a lot of things, you know. Why I ended that friendship and why. Okay. I'm sorry about this, guys. Yeah, it is hot. Go put it on the plate and let it cool down. I'll be out there in a few more minutes. I really want to try to hurry up and get this done, because now the kids are just... So, okay, one more second, and that's be the last interruption. Close the door, because I'm making a video, and I'll be out in a few minutes. Demetrius, could you help out?
I am trying to help out, not listening.
Thank you. Okay. So I wish I had a drink of water. So it got to a point where I was just, like I said, I'm not going to repeat myself, but I was trying to better myself, but it was like this one thing. I started paying my rent on time. I started paying my cable, because I was telling myself, you know what? You want those shoes, you want those sneakers, you want those clothes, but you know, you want the luxury. But you know what? I trained my mind to know that my luxuries is a roof over my head. And I fully started believing that, you know what I mean? Like, and I was, every time I paid my rent, felt good. I was like, yeah, for 31 days I don't have to worry about the landlord. And I was doing that consistently for like a really long time, for years. I just consistently pay my rent, consistently, and then my cable, my phone, like I was consistently paying, and it was like, it felt good knowing that, you know, it felt good knowing that I'm not going to be cut off today. And it also felt good knowing that, you know, I felt better about myself, because I always had like that mentality, like, who do I think I am getting a service, whatever that service is, and then not paying for it? Like, who do I think I am doing that? I'm not that special. Nobody's that special. And these people are trying to start, you know, have their business and keep their business up and running. They need payment for what they're giving you, you know? And so I started getting on myself about changing and start doing the right thing, you know? And then like the smoking, I'm like, who do I think I am? Smoking cigarettes, spending $10 on a pack of cigarettes a day. Like, who do I think I am that I think that I can afford that? And then that, like, the health thing was like another thing, but it was really about the finances that I was really trying, you know, you work on one thing at a time. So all these things that I was changing in order to be more responsible. But the one last thing that I was holding on to, the one last thing that I was holding on to was the people that were in my life. Because here I am, like, I'm cleaning my house, like, that's another thing, like, I try to be more organized with my home, and just everything was just clicking along, but it was just like the one big thing is like the people that were in my life, they were just trying to bring me down, because you know what, the people who are around you, those are negative people, just like you used to be that negative person. They're still the negative people. They don't like to see you getting better. They don't like to see you, because it makes them feel stupid, and it makes them want to look at themselves. And then when you leave them behind, they're just like, it's all her fault, it's all her fault, it's all her fault. Like I used to say, no, it's all your fault, it's all your fault, it's all your, I don't want to take I don't want to take self-responsibility. So they're doing the same things. So I expected them to do that. So if they want to talk about me in the community, they don't want to talk, they want to, oh, Ramona, yeah, all because I ended the friendship. They're still negative. Just let them be in their negativity. If they, you know, she's my ex-friend who I left behind. I know what's still going on in her life. Her mother and I are still friends. You know, we talk and stuff like that. I know that they don't see these videos. But I know what's still going on. She is the same. My ex-friend is the same person as she's always been. You know, getting a big lump of money after a long time of not having any money. So when the money comes, she gets really excited and just blows it all on her boyfriend. You know, like that kind of thing. And it pisses me off. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm so glad I got rid of that out of my life. Because when you have those influences in your life, nobody's, you know, some people are just not that strong, and the blinders go on, and then then you start doing what they're doing unknowingly. And I said, I don't want to, you know, you have to know yourself. If that's true about yourself, then that's true about yourself. So don't get don't wave the candy in front of you. You know, if you know that's gonna, you know, get out of the candy store if you know it's gonna make you cheat. You know. So, but yeah, things were like so much better once I got those people out of my life. My life was less stressful now. I'm just more relaxed. I'm still working on my goals. I'm more comfortable with myself. I'm not, you know, I'm not worried about what other people think about me. I'm still learning those things. Like when people have problems with me, when people have issues with me, I'm like, okay, so what? I don't care. Where before, how people perceived me was the begin all end all of how it was going to impact my day, my life. Now I'm just like, okay, well, I don't care. I don't care what you think. Because, you know, you have your own issues in your own life. You have your own stuff going on. You don't impress me with your life. What I have is what you have. Basically, what I'm saying is, like, you know, don't try to be judgmental and don't try to come down on me, because I know that maybe our lives aren't the same thing. We're not dealing with the same things, but I know you still got shit in your life. So don't judge me, and I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. And I didn't even care to have these people, because it, you know, it was really, really hard for me to let go of those friendships, because it's like an old comfortable shoe, you know. And really, it has nothing to do, when you hold on to negative friendships like that, you know, it gets to a point where it's not about them anymore. It's about you and what the psychology of you, like what's going on with you that you feel that you have to hold on, cling on, and for dear life onto these friendships. You turn around within, you know, and figure out what's going on with you, that, you know, so that, and that's what I did, you know, and I learned a lot about myself. That was like a major step, letting go of those friendships. And also, you know, I just remember, you know, it wasn't because how they were, it was a major thing of how they were, I want to say the one particular, I'm thinking of one particular person. And it wasn't because, you know, I was trying to like tell myself like, well, Ramona, she has a right to live her life, you know, the way that she sees fit, and and she does. But the problem was is that when her life is impacting me on the daily, then there is a problem, because no longer is it about her just living her life, but now she's trying to drag me into her life, and it all, you know, things stop. Things are at a standstill when that happens, you know, and I was noticing that. And plus, you know, I felt like she just really didn't deserve, I was just getting really, the more and more responsible I was getting, the more and more I was changing and maturing, the more her childish things that she chose to do, you know, like spend all her money on her daughter when her little boy's sleeves are up to here, because the coat's too small, or like spending her money on her boyfriend. Like, really? You're giving your boyfriend $50 for a nice a coat, like a heavy sweater, one of those heavy sweaters, but your rent's not paid and your cable's not paid, and you're, you know, and you're asking me for $89 for your excise tax in your car. Like that kind of thing. It was just getting more and more annoying, and I just couldn't deal with it. And I ultimately ended the friendship. The friendship was going to end anyways, but that ultimately ended the friendship because I have constantly been there for this person. Oh my God. It just, everything was falling. You know, when you use people, and you try to get all these free things, you know, and you live your life in a way that you hold no responsibility of yourself. You just take and take and take and take. Whether it's cheating people, cheating these companies out of their stuff, you know. But it got to a point where it all backfired on her, and all these companies, like her gas company, electric company, the rent, everything, like that she was trying to get one over on, it was raising up against her, and now it was really bad for her. And here I am on the phone, just like helping her out. A year long of trying to help her out with these issues. I mean, because these issues were so bad that it was just being stretched out for a year, and she's still having them problems, you know. And it's really beautiful. Can I just show you really quick? I'm looking out my window. I don't know what you guys see, but everything's glowing, beautiful yellow. Everything just came alight. It was getting dark, and the sun is setting to the west, and so the sun is like really, there's the pond down there. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And it's getting dark in this room too. So I'm gonna quickly hurry up. Okay. So, okay, so I had asked her, I go like this, I'm like, listen, I never ask for anything, because I've learned, that was another lesson that I learned. Don't ask anything for anybody, because these people are just all about themselves. They're not going to help you out. It seems that, because every time I'd ask, oh, well, I don't know, we'll see, oh, maybe, let me see what I can do, like, you know, that kind of thing, where I would respond like, oh, shit, sure. Oh, you need money? Your kids are hungry? Here, sure. Like, out of friendships, like, I don't need to know. Here. Oh, your kids are hungry? Here. That's the kind of friend that I was. And I was expecting the same back, but I wasn't getting that back, and it hurt too much to ask, and it hurt too much to be told no. So I stopped asking. But, you know, that was like 10 years of just not asking anymore. But there was like this one time I did ask for help. I said, listen, I'm going to be breaking up with my ex, and I don't want to be alone. I know how a breakup can really impact me. I don't want to be stuck in the house. I don't want to be depressed. Could you just once or twice out of the week, you know, just ask me to go out for coffee and stuff like that, you know. Go on a ride, go for a ride, you know, just, we don't have to even really talk about what I'm going through. I just want to be with somebody who cares about me, like, you know what I mean? And so prior before that, she was calling me every day with her own issues. I'm not even exaggerating. Not a day out of the whole year that she would not call me, okay? And the calls would last about 3 to 5 hours on the daily. I promise you. Yes, that long. And so I had asked her that. Could you be there for me? And that was in the evening. So long story short, you know, the next day came, no phone call. She didn't even call me for her own crap. Second day went, third day went, fourth day she answered the phone. She was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, you wasn't saying yeah when I was helping you out this whole year. She's like, oh, well now you're going through stuff. So you know, long story short, like she was just really really upset because my life was so pristine at that point, and she was just envy and all that stuff, you know. And now because I was going through that one thing, she was like, oh, so now you're going through a thing and you want my help. Well, yeah, bitch, I wanted what I was helping you out with. Like, that's what friendship's about, right? So just one day, and then I think like the 3 more days passed without her calling. The only time that she would answer the phone to let me know that I'm out at the mall with my friend. Oh, I'm giving Christina a ride. Oh, I'm giving Tara a ride to work. You know, like very childish and snappy. Like, you know, I'm just like, what? You know, like you stop and you look around like, this just happened? Because it's so stupid. It's like a 2-year-old. Throwing it, you know, acting a fool, even, you know, ridiculous. So one day she called me. She was like, I wasn't, now she's calling me consistently and not answering. And she was like, Ramona, well, she left a message. She was like, Ramona, well, I was just calling because I wanted to know if you wanted to go out for coffee. And I was like, I didn't say this to her, but I had said it out loud. I was up on the hill, laying out in the grass. I was like, yeah, you can take your coffee and shove it up your ass. I never called her again. It's been a year, almost a year and a half. A 20-year friendship. That was it. And long story short, too late, right? But I just wanted to tell you, but when I got rid of all those negative people, it was really, really hard at first. Like those first 2 weeks, like I thought that I had one friend that I could really, really, really rely on. I swear to God, when you put it out in the universe that I want a clean slate, or whatever it is that you put out there, but I put that out there. I want a clean slate. I want my life to be completely different. I want this particular thing. Because this one friendship that I was relying on to get me through, like, it was a really great friendship. But then all of a sudden it snapped. So that friendship ended. I was like, what the hell? So that was like 2 weeks of being alone. Oh my God, can I tell you? I cried. I felt alone. It felt weird. When the phone calls, I was proud of myself because I didn't call. I didn't call anybody. I wanted to give in. I was thinking about, should I just call them? Jeez, because I feel so alone. Like, this is hard. I never picked up that phone. And it was like 2 weeks of hell. And then like after the first 2 weeks, it felt a little better. But it was like really that first month where I was just like sick. I was now alone, which I've never been alone for at least 20 years, and it was really difficult. But I'm not going to tell you all the changes that I've gone through, but like I worked on it. I looked up on the internet, like, what can I do to, you know, now I got my clean slate. What do I do? I'm alone, I'm lonely, and I started going out, and just for being around people. I would go to JP Licks, or I'll go to the mall at Barnes & Noble. I think it's called Borders now. And just being around people. So I had to work up, and, you know, eventually, because I just wanted a new, different kind of people to be with. You know, I wanted to be with people who reflect more of me than them. I didn't want that lifestyle anymore. And I'm telling you, my life is so great. My life is so great. My life is so wonderful. I do have times where stuff happens, but you know what? Shit, my life is happy. I'm happy. I'm so fucking happy. Oh, you know. And it feels great, you know. And I can honestly say my life is not happy because so-and-so's in my life. My life is not happy because these, you know, whatever. I can sincerely be happy because I'm being responsible for and becoming the person who I can be proud of. I've become the person who I'm proud of, and I'm still working on myself, but my major chunk I fixed, and it feels great. And I'm okay with being alone. Can you imagine? I'm okay with being alone. Because I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. Because I know that you're never alone. You have yourself. I've made a friend. Right here. And I'm hoping that the point of this video is that you guys, if you have crap in your life, crappy people, if you're not the person who you want to be, but that's not really what this video is about, but if you have crappy people in your life, get rid of them. Get rid of them. I'm not saying do it tomorrow, but really, really make a plan for yourself and see how it's going to be. It's not going to be not difficult, but it's going to be a road traveled with stones and just being a little difficult at first, but after a while it's just totally worth it. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and it's so funny because like at the beginning of the video I feel like kind of slow, but then I like work out at the end. But I see that it's 31 minutes now. I'm gonna let it go. Love everybody, and get rid of the crap out of your crappy people out of your life. It's totally worth it. Totally worth. I'm so much happier now. I laugh with my children. Actually, I spend time with them in a happier way. It's not fake like, yeah, you know, like, because if you're miserable in yourself, how can you make anybody else happy? And now that I'm really happy, on the daily, we just hug each other. We tell each other we love each other. We go places. We have fun. I spend my money now on family, you know, like we go to Canopy Lake Park. We go to the Honey Pot, which is like an apple orchard. We go bowling, you know. We go out to eat. We go out to like nice restaurants. We do stuff together. Because that's where my happiness is now. Not with chaotic, messed up people who are doing nothing but dragging you down, pulling you down. Bye-bye. And if you guys still want to be out there talking shit about me, don't even care. Because you know what? You're talking shit. You know why you're talking shit? Because you are shit, right? So I just, you know, I wanted to share that with you, and I think that could help somebody out there, or I don't know, because there's like it's really weird how I woke up that day to really being irate. Like I just had an argument with this ex-friend of mine. It's really weird. So I was just like, there's a reason why for that. I need to make this video, and there's somebody watching me who wants to get rid of a friend, or is being walked over, not treated the way that they wanted to be treated, you know, or wanting to make changes, feeling the wind blowing at them like, come on, make those changes, but you're scared. But I'm telling you, do it. It'll change your life. Okay, bye.